Hi, it's Lori. Thanks for joining me for another Cricut tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how I made this fun stocking card using my Cricut Explorer, the Cuttlebug, and just a few accessories such as the pen tool. You can do this with both the Explorer Air and the Explorer One. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing we need to do is create a new project. Now we're going to go to Insert Images. In the search bar, we're going to type boot. And you can use any of them that you want to use. I use this one right here. It is from April Showers called Rain Boot. So we need that. Let's check that. The next thing that we need is some holly. And again, you can use any holly that you want. I used this one, which is the Christmas Bough of Holly from the Winter Wonderland. That isn't in the subscription, but you can use, like I said, any of them. I also use this one, which is also from Winter Wonderland. It's the Christmas Holly Wreath. But again, you can use any of them you want. Let's see what else is here. I also use this one, and you could just use this one a couple different times if you wanted. This one is in the subscription. This one is from Christmas. It's called Holly. And the other thing we need is a deer. I use this one right here. It is from Teresa Collins Holiday called Deer. And that's it. So let's go Insert Images, and we can move all of this aside. We're going to go to Insert Shapes, select the square, and the first square that we need is going to be 4 by 5 1/4. So we need to go to the Edit panel. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to pull the Edit panel down here so that we can see both the layers and the Edit panel. I'm going to unlock Keep Proportions, and I'm going to change this to 4.00 wide by 5.5 high. And this is going to be the front of the card. Let's change this to white by clicking on it over in the Layers panel and clicking on the white. One more thing we need is the sentiments, so let's go back to Insert Images. I picked this one for the inside of the card. It is from Anna's Christmas Cards, and it's called Warmest Thoughts. It is not part of the subscription. And then I also used one that says Merry Christmas. Let's just type that in the search bar. It's this one right here, and this one is from Anna's Lovely Layered Cards. But you can pick any sentiment you want, something that you already have. Okay, that came in really big. Let's make that smaller so we can get it out of our way. All right. Now before we go any further, let's grab this square and let's duplicate. And we'll set that one aside. Now let's go back to this, go to our Merry Christmas, and let's center this up here in the top portion of the card. I'm going to select both, go to Align, and Center Horizontally. And that assures that that is centered in the upper portion of this card. Now, in order to make sure that that text writes on this card base, we want to make sure that we attach it. Think of attach as hold in place. So we're going to select both and go over to the Layers panel and click Attach. And now this moves as one piece. So we're done with that one. This is the inside of our card, and we're going to put this sentiment on it. And it's behind, so we go to Arrange, move to front, and you can size this wherever you want, and if you want it centered, you could put it centered. I kind of like it up above so that I can write below it. And again, I'm going to select both the card base and the sentiment, Align, Center Horizontally. Now while they're both still selected, we need to attach the text to the card base to hold it in place. So let's hit Attach. Okay, so there's the inside of our card. We can move that over here. Now we're going to start working on filling our boot up. So let's grab the boot, and if we look over here in the layers panel, we see this boot is made up of 2 different layers. I just want the bottom layer, so I'm going to right click and ungroup. Alright, so now I can take this boot and I can pull this green part off, hit the red X and delete it. This is all I need. And I am going to turn this boot red. So I'm going to go over here and click in the layers panel and pick a red color. Let's move that slider all the way up. That looks good. Alright, so here's my boot. And you can make this as large or as small as you want. Mine is, that looks about right. It's 1.47 wide by 2.4 high. Okay, the next layer we're going to deal with is this holly. And if we look over in the layers panel, we see that's made up of 4 layers. I did not cut this background layer behind the bow, and I did not cut the layer behind the greenery. So what we can do is just select it, right click, ungroup, and then we can just delete those 2 layers. So let's delete that and delete that. All right, now we can select all that back together, right click and group. All right, now this is going to set right here. Let's resize it proportionately. And actually I did cut the bow, but I didn't end up using it. I tied a piece of twine instead, so that's up to you if you want to go ahead and cut that or delete it. And the next layer we have is this piece of holly. And again, if we look over in the layers panel, there are some layers here turned off. We turn those on, let's see what we got here. So let's click on it, right click, ungroup. All right, now let's see what we've got. This is the holly. So we want the red berries, yes. We want the green leaves, yes. I did cut the brown layer. The black layer I did not cut, so we can delete that. Did not cut that one, so we can delete that black layer. And that's all I need of that one. So I'm going to select it all, right click and group it back together. And now I'm going to resize it, kind of rotate it, and that one I kind of just set back here. Okay, and same with this one. Let's look at it. We've got 4 layers over there. I did not cut the background layer, so let's right click, ungroup. Select that background layer and delete it. There's also this solid green layer. I did not cut that one, so I'm going to delete that. All right, select all that, right click, group it back together. And we want to resize that. All right, so that's looking good. Now we have our deer. I cut him out in gold glitter, so I'm going to change him to gold, but first we need to ungroup him. So let's right click, ungroup. Take this black layer, set it aside, click the gray layer, and delete. All right, now let's go over to the layers panel, click on him, and I just put yellow to represent my gold. And he sat right here. And again, this is totally up to you on your sizing. I'm going to make these a little bit smaller. And that's it. That's all you need for this card. I did take a piece of 8.5 by 11 red cardstock. I cut it in half and I folded it in half to be my card base, which makes the card base 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So this will leave a red 1/4 inch border across the front. So meet me in my craft room and we'll put this together. As always, thanks so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Be sure and subscribe if you haven't already. And you can always visit me at my blog at loristory.com. Bye!